All right, so what I'm gonna do this year, which I didn't really do, well, I kind of did last year, but we're gonna go over the whole week. Obviously, we're not going over Broncos in Seattle. The the way the way Week 1 went, if Seattle upsets, I'm just gonna sit there and go, well, should have saw it coming. So I don't know what to expect. I picked the Broncos to win. I'm pretty sure they're gonna win, and whatnot. But if Seattle win, I don't. It's the NFL. We're back. We're officially back. The craziness is back. The wild weeks are back, and everything is just finally back after. What has it been, like 180 days, 190 days? I forget what it's been. Something like that. So I didn't cover really this game too much, but this was a close game in the first half, and then the Bills decided, you know what, we're tired of playing around. We're just gonna show the whole league what we're on and why we're the best. And well, yeah, I mean Kansas City had a pretty good game too. Chargers looked very good, but really that's probably the top three teams in the AFC right now. But they just turned it on, scoring 21 in the second half, and it was over at half. Like the Rams went home after halftime. You could just tell they just did not care. The Bills were in person to see that banner drop, and took it personally in that second half. After they looked pretty good in the first half. I mean they did walk down the field the first drive and score, but then a little sloppy. And they let the Rams get back into it. But I thought, it's the Rams, the defending Super Bowl champs, they'll get in this game. And they just did not show up outside of the second quarter at all. So, Matthew Stafford had like 3 interceptions or something like that. It was just a bad day. I did not watch a lot of the Saints and Falcons. What happened? What happened? So apparently at halftime, it was 16-7 at halftime. Falcons... what is that? You're up 9. Yeah, up 9. I think. Wait, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's basic math. And Saints scored 17 in the fourth quarter. This is no, what was it, Appalachian State and whoever, was that 2 weeks ago now or whatever it was last weekend, that put up 40 in the fourth quarter and they end up losing that game. But, like, the Saints even gave the Falcons a chance to win this game, and the Falcons had to try to kick. It was like a 60-yarder or something. I believe it got blocked. I think it got blocked in the end. But, like, the Falcons are who we thought they were. They came out and just looked good and then decided, you know what, we're supposed to lose this game. We're not supposed to win this, and just quit on the Saints, or against the Saints. So, this is what happened. Now... These next two, right here. Oops. Bears, Niners, Steelers, and Bengals. I had these on my TV. Actually, this game I was watching on my laptop and flipping them through, watching that game on my laptop too. But I got to see these two games on my TV. And so, what a game. What 2 games? These games were insane. Now, the Bears they were basically playing in the ocean. Like, or if you want to say Lake Michigan or whatever. They were basically playing in the water for this game. The rain was coming down in buckets. I mean, they were trying to push off a bunch of the rainwater off of Soldier Field and whatnot, but it did not help. By the fourth quarter, there was standing water all across this field. And again, they were slipping and sliding around. There was one that really went off and took off around social media where Debo got hit, fell over, and he just goes sliding into the was it the Bears bench or was it I forget it was the Bears or Niners bench, but basically he went sliding off into the benches on the ground and off the field and whatnot. We saw the Bears doing celebrations, diving in and sliding across the field too in the rain. Like, this was a game I did not expect to happen. I didn't even first of all, the Bears winning this game, like, insane. But to me, this just proves that the media really hyped up Trey Lance. And I don't know if the Niners are gonna be a playoff team if they keep looking at like this. Now, of course, you have to say, hey, this was in a a hurricane. Not really, but this was in downpour water. What's he gonna look like next weekend? I think they're in San Francisco next weekend. What's he gonna look like at home on a dry field? Hopefully it's dry. What's he gonna look like just in normal circumstances, in good weather? How is he gonna look? We already know in bad weather he doesn't know how to play football. And the Bears defense of all things, which I had being a top 5 draft pick, are suddenly looking like an okay team, like a decent team. And maybe they don't get 4th place. Maybe the NFC North is actually a lot tighter this year than what I thought. I was thinking it's going to be Packers, Vikings all the way. Lions came back. They had a very, it was tough because the Eagles put up 24 in the second quarter. And the Lions put up 21 in the second half, got back into that game, and still lost by 3. But, they look good. Vikings look good. Packers, obviously my Packers are falling. We'll talk about them. I did a video yesterday night on them. But the Bears surprised me. They surprised a lot of people. 1, to get the win against the Niners. 2, they didn't look that bad. Sure, Fields does not have an O-line. he does not look that good. But they can compete. They can do well. Like that Niners defense got tired mainly because the Niners offense could not stay on the field. And against the Bears defense, who I didn't think they'd be that good, but apparently they're good in rain. Apparently they're good in hurricane. So that shocked the heck out of me. And then this game, oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Halftime, 17-6. The Steelers came out and they looked so offended that the Bengals were the AFC champions last year and made the Super Bowl last year. They looked so offended and they just smacked them. Burrow had 4 interceptions in the end. He had, I think it was 3 in the first half, I think. Point is, Bengals came out so flat, looked terrible. And it's just like, the Steelers are going to run away with this game. They're putting all their anger from last year into this game. And they're saying, hey, we're back. We're good. Mitch Trubisky had an okay game. But then the second half started. The Steelers started to collapse. And the Bengals got back in this game. And before you know it, we're tied up. And we're tied up at 20. And Evan McPherson with the go-ahead extra point field goal to win the game gets blocked by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and we're going into overtime. So Minkah had the first Steelers touchdown of the year in a pick 6, and then he sent the game to overtime, and they battled in overtime, struggled in overtime, and eventually the Steelers did end up winning with the game-winning field goal in the end with seconds to spare at the end of OT. What a freaking game. There's always 2 halves to football. One team can come out looking flat in the first half and explode in the second half, and suddenly it's a game. That's exactly what the Bengals did here. They looked amazing in the second half, and they looked like dog crap in the first half. The first half, it's like, okay, they're not even going to win 8 games this year. They're going to be lucky to go 500 this year. The second half, that's the Bengals team I remember from last year. And, it just ended up where, they didn't get the extra point because special teams collapsed on them, failed them, and then they just, couldn't get the field goal to go in the OT. But Bengals look good. They look good. It's just that first half, it's like, okay, well, now we got to realize, hey, we got to step our game up. And they did. So, this was just an exciting game. Everyone was talking about it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the heck out of this. If you have not seen the highlights or you did not watch the game yesterday, go watch the highlights of this game. It was awesome. Eagles, Lions. Again, I had this pulled up on my laptop to kind of just watching a couple different games because obviously you only get 2 with basic channels. ESPN doesn't carry any of the Sunday games. So I had this pulled up. And the Eagles, it looked like they were going to run away with this game. And, the Lions fought back in it. Which, again, they didn't win, but they look pretty good. They look like a decent team this year. So I was, I'm surprised by the Lions, more so surprised by the Bears, but this might be a tighter race for the NFC North than what I originally thought it was. That's why, again, the preseason rankings that I have are not real. Like, they're based off of what we've seen from last year heading into the season, what we see with, all these up-and-coming players, these rookies, and how are they going to affect the team. And that's what I base the preseason rankings off. By mid-season, Lions could be a top 10 team. They could be a top 15 for all I know. Bears could be a top 20 team for all I know. Like, this could be a very interesting preseason power rankings. And I'm already thinking, like, Packers are probably not in my top 10 anymore. Cowboys are not even in like top 20 anymore because Dak got hurt and whatnot. So it's just, Vikings are probably a top 5 team, maybe. I think the top 3 teams are all AFC AFC teams. So it's just like, if I did a week 1 power rankings, like half of the teams you'd be like, what the heck are doing there? And we make it to week 18 and it's like, what the heck were you thinking? Well, when you watch week 1, it's just it's insane. Patriots came out, did not look good. I believe Mac Jones got hurt in this game. I'm still not sold on Tua, but, Tyreek Hill didn't even go off, and they did pretty well. 23 to 33 for Tua, 270, and a touchdown. Yeah, just, I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's a statement win. You win in your division. You prove to people, like, hey, like, you can win against these teams. Patriots aren't a top-tier team, but, they might sneak into the playoffs. I don't really need to talk about this. Oh, actually, unrelated, but if you have not seen the national anthem, obviously this is, the Jets in the Jets Stadium, which is, I guess, technically New Jersey, but the fans actually took over the national anthem here. So if you have not seen that, it's actually a very cool moment before the game. We had all the fans singing the national anthem. So again, if you have not seen that, because I didn't see it till last night, till like hours after the game, but it was actually a pretty cool moment. Yesterday was obviously 9/11, the 21st anniversary of that attack. So again, it just was a really surreal moment, really cool moment. But football wise, yeah, it's the Jets. Football wise, so. This game here, this was a really fun game too. I caught the end of it. They had the Bears-Niners game finished up at it was 3 o'clock, and there was still 25 minutes till the Packers-Vikings game started. So they put this game on. Oh no, I'm sorry. They put the Saints-Falcons game on, which they had 30 seconds left, and that's when the Saints blocked the field goal, and then they switched to this game here. Caught the end of it. I believe that was... Can I pull this... I don't know if I can... Can I pull up when the... I think there was here, play-by-play. Touchdown. Okay. Wait. Interception. What? Why does it say interception? What the heck? Oh, I see. I saw Jags. It was intercepted by the what was it? The Commanders. Gotta remember the name. Where's the touchdown? How much time was left at the touchdown? Okay, yeah, minute 46 left. So there was a lot of time left in this game, and so obviously Commanders go down, they score. What the heck is going on? It froze. And so we saw the end of that game. I don't see a lot of Trevor Lawrence. So seeing a lot of, seeing some Trevor Lawrence late in the game was fun. And then obviously he got picked off. Very spectacular. Yeah, it's right here. He caught that just on the edge of being in bounds. So, just very spectacular interception to seal the game. This one right here. What the heck is going on? It froze. What in the world? Really? There we go. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Come on, ESPN. What is it? Cade York. That's what it is. He's a rookie kicker. I believe he had 4. I believe it was 4 field goals he made. And the last one was from, as it says right here, 58 yarders to win the game. What a debut for a rookie kicker to win against the Panthers. This was a fun game. Baker and the Panthers offense, I mean, really, like, they struggled until the fourth quarter, but really the Browns really just had it in the second quarter, and then they kind of fell off. And that's when, the Panthers offense in the second half started to pick up as the Browns started to fall off with their offense. So, really fun game. It looked like for a bit that, the Panthers were going to win this, but then it's, a rookie kicker, and he just drills it from 58. And the kick kind of spiraled, or he kicked it, and it kind of like spiraled to the to the left and went through. So it looked like it was going to miss at first, but what a debut. Like, wow, just insane. Colts Texans, it was 10-3 at half. Yeah, it was 10-3 at half. Colts put up 17 in the fourth quarter after not putting up anything in the second and third quarters, so they're basically the middle of the game. Texans, 10 points in the second quarter, 10 points in the third quarter. And it looked like the Texans were going to run away with this. And then we ended up getting a tie. So, what? Okay, well, what's interesting? 2 overtimes in the first, the noon slot. Well, it's noon here. And just, what a way to start off with that. The Giants beat the Titans. I don't even know what to say. The Giants were in this game the whole time. And just, wow, that just insane. They went for 2, and they got an extra point, the 2-point conversion, to win 21-20. Insane. The Giants beat the Titans. That's just crazy to me. The Dable era, and he starts off with the win against the Titans. And then they missed the, game-winning field goal. So, insane. I don't know. Do I have to talk about this? This is just, It looked like, in the third quarter, it looked like they were going to come back because it was 20-7, and they started driving, and then they just fell off the mountain again. Just, what a terrible debut. I don't even want to talk about it. Speaking of terrible debuts, the Cardinals just got pummeled by the Chiefs, and really, this is really garbage time. Like, really, technically, you could say, like, after the second quarter, after the first half, second quarter, that's when the game really ended. Chiefs put up 14 points in the third, 7 points in the fourth, and again, it's really just garbage time touchdowns. It's really like 44-7. It's just 2 garbage time touchdowns at the end. God, I had hopes for the Cardinals. I thought they would at least make the playoffs. They might not even make the playoffs. They might get like 4th in their, well, I guess 3rd in their division because the Seattle Seahawks are in there. But what a downfall for the NFC West. You go from best division to 3 so far have lost. And then Seattle plays tonight. Seattle is technically in first place right now. Obviously, they have to play tonight. Seattle's in first. This is insane. Chargers, Raiders. Devontae Adams, 10 for 141. He had a pretty good first half. Chargers just looked overall very good. Defense, very good. I think they have a Thursday game. Is it against the Chiefs this week? Yeah, 9:15. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. So that'll be fun. I have a feeling that the Chargers are probably gonna just beat down the Chiefs because that defense looked very good. I knew it was gonna, and it did. It looked very good. So, close game against the Raiders, but they ended up pulling out the win. And then, yeah, there was only 1 touchdown. I didn't even watch this game. I just kind of watched the highlights and I watched people talk about it. I heard Dak got injured, so, he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. That's what we found out today on Monday. So Cowboys put up 3 points. So at least as a Packers fan, you can say we did better than the Cowboys. The Jets put up 2 more points. We tied the Patriots. Niners only put up 3 more points than us. So at least you can say some of these other teams, like we did as bad or, a little bit better than the Cowboys. So that's good to, it doesn't make it hurt less, but yeah, just, I didn't watch this game. I'm glad I didn't. It was just a field goal fest until the third quarter. Bucks didn't even score in the fourth quarter. So yeah, just absolutely terrible. So, we'll see how tonight goes. If I'll put this up, and if I have to cover the Seahawks winning tonight, I'm gonna flip out because I should have waited to make this video. But I have a feeling it'll be just the Broncos winning. Maybe it's close. I don't know. But for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, we'll cover that game tomorrow if it's good. If not, all I can say is Broncos won, and they probably did it in either, convincing fashion, or it was just a tight game, and they just ended up winning because they, stopped going all out, and Seattle got back in the game late in the game. So, yeah, I already signed out. Again, subscribe. Can't wait for week 2 because week 1 was insane, and I'm out of here. Peace.